Okay, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're tackling a modern epidemic that affects, well, almost every single one of us, chronic back pain. Today, we're going to break down the mechanics of your spine and prove that finally standing up straight is actually much easier than you think. You don't need an absurdly expensive ergonomic chair, and you definitely don't need a chiropractor who cracks your neck like a glow stick. We're going to look at the real science and some super simple fixes that can literally change your daily life.
But first, we have to start by acknowledging a pretty stark reality. Adult back pain is so universally accepted today, it has completely replaced the weather as our go-to small talk, which honestly is fantastic news for anyone with absolutely zero conversational skills. But why does this matter? It matters because we've totally normalized being in pain. We've just accepted that waking up aching is a mandatory part of getting older or having a desk job. And I'm here to show you that we absolutely do not have to settle for that. No way.
So the core reason we're in so much pain really comes down to what I call the human question mark. It's the way most of us sit at our desks, transforming our spines into this bizarre, unnatural shape. We end up embodying the Riddler's tragic, back pain-solving cousin. When you slump forward, completely ignoring your alignment, you are placing immense, disproportionate stress on your lower back and your neck. It's kind of a mystery why we do this to ourselves, but the anatomical consequences, yeah, they're entirely predictable.
Now let's totally dismantle everything we were taught in grade school. You do not need to walk around like a stiff, rigid dinosaur balancing a book on its head just to achieve good posture. Forcing yourself to puff your chest out and walk stiff as a board all day? That actually overextends your lumbar spine and is just going to cause you way more pain. The real takeaway here is that good posture isn't about being a rigid statue, it is simply about organizing your spine for a relaxed, completely painless alignment.
So if you actually want to fix this posture problem without being completely miserable and tense all day, we need to look at a brilliant framework. It comes from the book Deskbound by Kelly Starrett, and it's called the bracing sequence. This is basically the foundational blueprint for fixing our spine. It's a super easy, systematic way to tell your body exactly where it needs to be in space.
All right, let's get practical. We're going to carefully walk through these 4 exact physical steps right now. The beauty of this whole thing is you can do it whether you're standing up or sitting down to finally cure that melted candle posture we all get. Step 1. Point your feet perfectly straight ahead. Not duck-footed out to the sides, just completely straight. This sets the anchor for your entire body. From there, we move right up the chain to the glutes, the ribs, the core, and the shoulders. Let's break down exactly what those next steps feel like. Okay, so after keeping your feet completely straight, step 2 is all about tension in the lower body. You need to squeeze those glutes, just a little bit. Squeeze them as if your financial future literally depends on holding onto a winning lottery ticket right there. I know it sounds funny, but this slight contraction anchors your pelvis into a neutral position. And this is absolutely vital because a tilted pelvis forces your lumbar spine into overextension, grinding those lower vertebrae together. Squeezing the glutes creates a solid, stable base for your spine to rest on.
Moving right along, the next crucial point is your midsection. You're going to pull those ribs down and brace your core. Tighten it kind of like you're preparing to get punched in the stomach, which, let's be real, is exactly how I feel every single time I check my bank account. Then you finish the entire sequence by rolling your shoulders back and keeping your head neutral. You do not want your chin poking forward like a turtle trying to read a street sign. That forward head posture, that's a fast track to neck pain for sure.
Now, looking beyond the bracing sequence, sleep plays a massive role in your overall spinal alignment. I mean, it's the time your body actually recovers. But here's the unfortunate reality. Finding the perfect mattress is a deeply personal and often crazy expensive journey. So until Casper or Purple decide to shower me with sweet memory foam cash for a sponsorship, the only real advice I can give here is to pay close attention to your sleep ergonomics. All jokes aside, how you support your spine for those 8 hours is literally half the battle.
Consider the massive disconnect we often experience when it comes to our daily habits. On one hand, you have the 10 straight hours you spend frozen in one position, totally hunched over your laptop playing RuneScape or The Sims. On the other hand, completely flatline is how much you expect to feel like $1,000,000 afterward. You simply cannot expect your body to feel good if you're locking it into a stagnant flex position for the entire day.
So why does this matter? Because your body absolutely loves dynamic movement. It craves it. Which brings us to a magic number and the ultimate lifestyle habit you can build right now, 30. Set a timer. Every 30 minutes, no matter what you are doing, you need to stand up, walk around, and reset your posture using that exact bracing sequence we just learned. This interrupts the pattern of tension way before it becomes permanent pain.
Implementing this requires a total mindset shift. I like to call it the Tamagotchi rule. For those who remember the 90s, you must start treating your physical body exactly like a digital Tamagotchi pet. Give it attention and move it when your 30-minute timer beeps or it's going to punish you. Sure, it won't die like the digital pet, but it is absolutely going to give you a vicious, nasty knot in your trapezius muscle. Movement is the mandatory maintenance your body requires.
All right, let's rapidly lock in what we've learned today. First, drop the rigid statue act. It's a total myth that only causes more tension. Second, actually implement the bracing sequence. Feet straight, squeeze the glutes, pull those ribs down and shoulders back. Third, stop melting into your chair like a candle. Fourth, embrace the Tamagotchi rule and move dynamically every half hour. And finally, please do me a massive favor and help me secure a mattress sponsor so I can finally sleep comfortably again.
I really hope this explainer has completely shifted how you view your spine. You now have the exact blueprint to fix the damage modern life is doing to your body. So, the only question left to ask yourself is this: will you finally implement the bracing sequence and stand tall, or will you let your body slowly melt back into a human question mark? The choice is entirely yours.